I think 21 just
Hey, sports
Yeah,
fans, this
yeah.
is Robert with WTP Sports Dudes here live tonight, ready to do some Tuesday night talk about some college
Let's get
football.
it.
I'm here with my man Mossberg from Level Up Sports 10. How you doing this evening?
Mossberg.
Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Appreciate you having me. Good to see you in here, City League, Isaiah,
Yes,
all the fellas,
yes.
man. It's great.
Also here with my man who wears many hats. Even though he ain't got no hat covering his bald head tonight, he wears
Let's
many hats.
go.
My man,
Yeah,
T1 of City League TV. How you doing
yes.
this evening,
I
brother?
love it. What up, bro? What up, bro? Glad to
Good,
be a
good.
part of this WTP Sports News thing, man. I love it, man. I love it. Let's get it. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we also got the FanDuel Zen Master Zaya here with
The
us tonight.
Zen,
What up?
How
What
you
up? What
doing,
up?
Zen?
I'm
the Zen,
good. Hey, T1, I heard you say you
the
love the
young
family,
G.
man. I love you too, boy. You know what I mean? I stepped
Yes,
away
sir.
from the phone, but I heard you say it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The Zen. Let's go. Let's get it. The young G of the crew. The young G of the crew. You gotta have a young G in the crew. You hear me?
I
You gotta
respect
have a young G in the crew. If you ain't got a young G in the crew, you ain't trying to get it. If you're an OG, you gotta have a young G so that they can, relate to the younger G's that ain't like me. Let's
that.
go. Let's get it.
For sure, for sure. So did the new CLP ranking come out tonight?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
8:30.
on right now. But I ain't
Oh, it's
watching
on right
because
now.
I'm watching my baby on the big screen, y'all. I got
Yeah,
my
that's
baby on the big screen. She had a game tonight, so I'm watching my baby on the big screen.
I'm tuned into it as well with you,
Yeah,
man. They got a
yeah,
timeout popping right now, but they got
yeah.
it
yeah.
going on at 8:30 tonight. I seen the switch up of the timing, so
Oh, okay, 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 okay,
That'd be
sir.
great.
Yeah,
yeah,
I ain't get to catch it either, bro. I was cooking dinner, bro.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Look,
listen.
the young G's out here cooking too. Listen here, them WT sports dudes. We do it all. Don't try to put us in a box. Even the young G's out here know how to get it with them WTP sports dudes. Let's go.
Yeah, wifey wanted steak tacos, bro.
Yeah, that's what we do. We wife up too. Let's go.
For sure, for sure. Let me ask y'all this question, man. We're gonna skip them first two since we ain't got the results from the college football playoff rankings yet. But let me ask y'all this. As a coach, what's the hardest position to fill on your team?
As a player or as to fill with a player or a coach?
To fill with a player.
Man,
Quarterback. You got to have that dog.
yeah, I'm gonna say left tackle, dog. Yeah, left
Quarterback,
tackle.
left tackle.
Hey, but look, if you got a quarterback like when Braxton Miller came in his freshman year, you're going to have to get away because that left tackle might not be doing that good. And you got to have somebody that can get up out of there. You hear me? But
Yeah.
I feel you. The left tackle is the most important position in as far as the NFL draft.
I like those choices, and with you both saying that, I'm gonna go on a limb. I'm gonna stay on the offensive side. I'm gonna go with a wide receiver, and the reason I choose wide receiver is, like you said, you do have to have a quarterback, offensive tackle to be able to get him that ball. But I think without an offensive tackle and with a subpar quarterback, if you got a crazy receiver, I think he can make that available. But I mean, we could go on and on about that as well. So, I mean, that's just my choice. I just like the wide receiver position as well.
Hey, but look, when we talk to somebody else going to tell you wide receivers come a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
So we can get a wide receiver like
And
easy.
I would choose a quarterback. That would be my choice, I would say, as a QB.
Man, all of those are good ones, man. Man, y'all left me with nothing to pick from.
The kicker.
Right. Right. That's why I said so. Hey, so look, no, you pick it on the coaching end. So what's the hardest coaching position to fill
Yeah.
as a head coach?
Man, it got to be defensive coordinator to me,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Got to
Yes,
be
sir.
defensive coordinator,
Yes,
man.
sir.
You know, you got so many guys out there that do the offensive thing, but to have a guy that can come in with a defense that can stop all that stuff the offensive dudes be doing,
Man.
they hard to find.
Hey,
man.
Big Baby just came in the game, but my fault. I ain't mean to cut you off, but Big Baby just got in the game.
On that corner wing. I see it.
Cool.
That's 30. That's 32. Big Baby 32.
Yep.
So if I
She
click
bigger
that
than
link,
me, man. Go ahead, no.
if I click that link, I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna take you right to it.
that's Big Baby, man. It's a beautiful thing. Hey, y'all. She dropped a cold dime in the first quarter, dog. She got 2 points and she got an assist, and her assist was cold, like just to show her IQ as a passer.
Yeah.
Her IQ as a passer is like high, and I wish I could talk to the coach because they play in the zone against us.
Fine.
And I wish I could tell coach, like, put her up foul line extended because she can pass great out of the high post and the low post, where she can hit over there with the three because we got a lot of shooters, or she can dump it down to the low post. But go ahead, we get off of it. But everybody know I love my baby.
Oh yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with the proud father in you, man. Nothing
Proud,
wrong with
man.
what
Proud.
you doing,
Beautiful
what
baby.
you seeing, man. I had the same joy as you
Yeah.
were.
Yeah.
And, you know, seeing that question pop up, what should Florida State do? Man, I know you're going to hammer me with this one, City League. I can't wait to hear what you got to say.
I'm going to take it easy on you, bro. I promise you. That's a rebound by the Big Baby. But go ahead. I'm going to take it easy on you. Go ahead, bro.
Me personally, I'm not going to say I don't like what we have. And when you speak on defensive coordinators, one thing I'm not used to is seeing Florida State's defense, as good as it is, just be moved around, shook around, looking lost at times on the field. So I think, for one, we need to get a defensive coordinator in Tallahassee, not to mention head coach. I think we need to get somebody in there that's willing to, you know, dig deep inside these players. I think Prime is showing some of the things you need to do that's necessary to win games, to build a foundation and build a strong program from ground up, because that's what he's done in Colorado. This is year 2. He's already, you know, exceeding what everybody thought he would do.
Boss B.
A certain way. So,
Boss B.
yes, sir.
I wanted to be nice to you, but you kind of upset me a little bit.
Talk to me.
Because your university struck out with getting Coach Prime. And I'm still, as a Coach Prime fan, like, it just really, really bothers me that even at the time when Coach Prime was available, he was available. It wasn't like he wasn't available. He was available for y'all to go and get.
We could have sat at the crib.
And y'all fumbled the ball. Man, so go ahead. So I ain't gonna get on you too hard, but I'm just a huge Coach Prime fan, man. And really, actually, I wanted him to go from Jackson State to Florida State.
Yeah.
There was really no other place that he was supposed to go.
Man,
And he ended up in Colorado. And he got to Colorado and said, if y'all want me here in Colorado, y'all gonna have to give me some money. And I don't just want my contract. I want a couple dollars off them seats I'm about to fill for y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Coach Prime, man. Come on, let's go. Keep it moving. Because I could go.
You
Let's
said
go.
it. You said it right on the head.
Yeah. Hey, Dan. Like, dude, for real, like, really upset me. It really upset me because, how do you not go get your former player? He hot right now. He was the hottest coach in the business. We ain't talking about Nick Saban or Urban Meyer or whoever you want to say.
Right.
We talking about Coach Prime, where you know if he come in the building, he gonna set the building on fire. And Florida State said we don't want him. And now he in Colorado.
Flat. He out there doing commercials with Saban.
Still
You
eating.
named it, man. And I think you said it right. We missed on Prime, and I think that would have been the best thing. You mean, not that anything going in college football is nothing, it's anything bad, but you can't ask for nothing better than Prime going to Florida State coaching. I mean, what else could you say?
And because of that, y'all deserve everything y'all get right now.
I agree. I totally agree, man. As a fan, as someone that loved Prime, not what he did for Florida State when he played, but throughout his career and being, off the field, what he brought to the football field with everything that he is, he's still that same person today. He's changed in a lot of great ways, being a father, you name it. But if you have that face in Doak Campbell, Tallahassee, alumni, where it started, where you made your name, I mean, they need to go get Prime. Whatever it takes.
Oh, it's too late, bro. It's too late. Y'all missed that. Because you got to remember who Prime is. And Prime is the type of person, if you play me once, I'm done with you.
Yeah.
I think Prime is that type of brother. Like, he not going to be like, oh, it's my alma mater, I'm going to come back even though y'all played me and made me go all the way out in the cold to Colorado. I don't think they have enough money to buy Prime's soul. He believed too much in Jesus.
Yeah.
So he feel like Jesus said it wasn't time for you to go to Florida State. Florida State don't love you. Go to Colorado, and that's where he at. He believed it. That's why you see that JC on his shoulder, on all of his paraphernalia.
Yeah.
Man, I disagree with y'all. I mean, I think they missed on Prime for sure. That was a big mistake. And the program will be in a different state if they didn't do that right now. But, I'm still bro, they went undefeated, bro, last year. So the biggest thing I think they need to do really is to find a quarterback. Because we see if you got a quarterback, it can mask a lot of problems for you. So they just need to find a quarterback, bro. And that's just the way I see it, man. You could punch with anybody in the ACC if you got one of the better quarterbacks.
I'm rocking with you, Zaya. And I know we already talked about when we talk about trying to blame a coach. And Moss B, I think I already told you, I'm not putting it on the coach and saying your coach need to get fired.
Right.
I'm not putting it on him and saying it's on him. And that's what Zaya's saying right now. You know what I mean? And I'm with you, bro. Like, it ain't the coach's fault. We got to get the players. We just had a bad little, I don't even know, because actually y'all supposed to have the talent, but I don't know if everybody transferred out just off of not making it to the playoffs last year. But y'all still supposed to have dogs in the cupboard, just like the Michigan fans acting like, oh, we just had 7,344 seniors, and now we can't win football games. They ain't felt like that before the beginning of the season. And really, Florida State should have been able to come back and have some players out there that can actually play football and win an actual game.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you both, especially with the coach. I have my thoughts on that, and I think a lot of that is the way we are with our record. But in general, I know we lost a lot from last year. We had, I believe we got 16 players that's actually playing in the NFL every Sunday from last year's team. So when you do lose that many players, it's a rebuild process in ways. But for you to be ranked number 10, I feel that there are certain things that we can do better. Even though we've been hurt in certain positions, I think there's a lot that could be done there in Florida State, especially with some coordinator adjustments. I just feel like that about the head coach just because of that turnaround. That's just not something that happens in Florida State. It's been since 1974 being in the way we looking. And that just don't happen. 1974 is a long time to look the way we looking.
I think they should keep him. You know what I'm saying? Who else you going to get? You know what I'm saying? He's a good coach. I mean, you see what he did last year. You see what he did the year before that when he had a quarterback. So yeah. I agree with the fact that if he got a quarterback, they're going to have the talent around him. I think they just, the first couple of losses, man, sort of like threw their whole team into a funk, and it was like, man, we playing for nothing right now. We getting this NIL money, so we gonna go out there, but we ain't gonna win nothing. So we ain't gonna go out there and be playing all hard, getting injured and all that other stuff. And then when you look at NIL, man, NIL, when you got a player it's his time to play now. So I'm quite sure their coach was like, okay, we're losing these players, but these guys have sat behind them. It's their time to play. Now, if I go get some guy out of the portal for that position, then I'm going to lose this guy who I'm expecting to come in and step in and play. And if those guys don't play up to their potential, man, and you're thinking they are, then your team can go into another funk, man. So it's kind of difficult with the NIL situation, man, trying to keep talent on your team and also bringing in talent you're going to need. So you really have to sit your players down and tell them, man, listen, we got to be able to bring guys in here to help us have a 2 deep, 3 deep. We don't need guys playing 50 and 60 plays a game. Everybody's not Travis Hunter, so you got to go ahead and roll with it. You're going to get this NIL money, but you got to be willing to play your role. And I think they just had issues with that this year, man, with their players.
And I get all of that. And I apologize for cutting my camera off because Moss B made me spill my yak when he got to talking about we had players go off to the NFL and they played in the NFL and they played good and they out here playing football at the Ohio State University. We send players off every year. We send them off in the dozens. And we rebuild and we reload all in the same year. We don't do what Michigan talking about. We had 22 seniors. We had players that could have left and going again. And now all of a sudden we can't play football. We a 500 team because we lost everybody. We lose everybody every single year.
Last time y'all lost more than 10, y'all was 5-4, and the coach got fired the following season.
Please stop it. Please stop it. Please stop it.
Them facts.
Please stop it. Please stop it. We haven't been none of whatever record you said since Luke Fickell filled in for Tressel and we went 6-6.
I think that's the last time 10 or more players left Ohio State, and that's that 5-4 Fickell gone.
No, listen here. We're talking about in the past right now. It's 2024. So we talk about in the past 20 years, we have not had 1 year where we were affected by who went to the NFL. And if you just take a peek into the NFL that you're talking about right now, talking about your Florida State players running willy-nilly all over the internet out here, it's Buckeyes everywhere. And that's because it's every single year. You see them wide receivers out here. You see them wide receivers out here still wide receiver Ewan and with Jeremiah Smith coming up the rear and still doing it. And we got Ibuka and everybody. Come on, stop playing with me. We do this year in and year out. We don't make excuses.
It's November, man. It smells like it's November. I'm not a
It's
Michigan.
always November for the Ohio State Buckeyes.
I'm not a Michigan.
And even by this time, we might not even have no losses or maybe one.
I know when it's
for the
November.
past 20 years.
I just know when it's November, and it better be it's national championship or bust, and I'm gonna just be quiet after.
And we all know that. So let's keep it moving because y'all done got me started. I'm getting off subject. Y'all know I get excited. I'm trying to keep my voice right. Zaya looking like OG is in here going off today, but I'm trying to cheat.
No, I can't say too much about my Seminoles. It is what it is this year. But
so stop talking about we ain't got nobody. You sound like you was a Michigan. What is Michigan? 5-5 right now. You sound like one of them Michigan fans talking about we lost people last year. We lose people every year. Every year Ohio State wish people come back. This our first year getting players coming back, and now we're looking at these players coming back, and we don't know if they can finish the job. But we know they're supposed to.
Interesting.
I don't like us losing to Oregon.
Let me
Don't be saying interesting, man.
Let me
That's,
ask you-
that's what he said.
Go ahead,
I
Zay.
ain't saying none of that.
two Buckeyes.
What you say,
Let me ask
Zay?
two
What
Buckeyes
Zay
this
say?
question.
All right, my
I
fault.
said that's what you said, T1. We gonna finish everything this year.
No, I know, and I believe in that, but I'm just saying because I done seen us look a little too vulnerable and weak at times, and I don't like that. When I feel like y'all know at the beginning of the years, what was I saying about every single game they come up to everybody? I said scrimmage, practice. Y'all remember that? You remember that? No.
Yeah, I remember that.
Every game, and I had to eat crow way too early. And I thought we was having scrimmage and practice, and we in here fighting for our lives to prove ourselves
Yeah, I
early.
just know. Hey, T1, I just know we the cream. So sometimes you gotta watch your words because they looking for
All
one
day.
word to come out. You know
All
what I mean?
day.
And that's exactly
Yeah.
what Moss just did,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
looking for one
yeah.
word. He found it too.
yeah. Hey, but I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping at all. Cause we could even go, like I can go and y'all know we could go. I could even go and be like, hey y'all, it was actually 1 second left on the clock and we called a timeout. So we should have had a chance to kick a field goal in Oregon, but we ain't gonna talk about none of that.
Oh, now we're gonna get our get back. We ain't gotta talk
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, in the championship game. Yeah, that's it. We good. We got practice. One more practice game. Let's go. No. Keep it moving, big bro.
I'm about to go get my glass, man. He about to
Get your yak, baby. Get your yak, baby. Y'all got to do like Shay Shay do, man. We got to liven it up a little bit, man. You know what I mean? Because, hey, they like it live, man. They like it live. Get you some tea or some coffee or something, whatever you do to get live with it. Moss B, you always getting your coffee. Where your coffee at, baby?
I had a little bit of a cold after the work weekend. Man, they over there coughing. I've been drinking my water these last couple of days, but don't think I don't got it right next to me.
Right. Hey, y'all. Hey, look, let me share a secret with y'all. I be faking the funk. Before I come on the camera, I ain't got no energy. As soon as I cut this camera off, I ain't gonna have none. I'm depleted. But I know when it's showtime and I gotta go. But when this camera cut off, I'm gonna clock out like something hard you ain't never seen before. Because I'm tired, boss. I can't get my voice together. Look, I got this. I go to the studio tomorrow. I'm gonna drink. I got another cup of tea tomorrow. I hope my voice get a little bit together. I got something big about to go down, fellas. I got something big about to go down, and I hope and pray it go. God told me to do it, and that's the only reason why I'm doing it. So I trust Him. So that means it's gonna blow up.
always.
I'm supposed to retire from music. I'm supposed to been done doing music. No. I'm supposed to been done doing music. I'm reading a newspaper article, and God was like, "Hey, they talking to you. Go. They need you." And that's what I got in the works right now, bruh. So y'all get it here. Hopefully coming soon, and like this, like really could just blow everything just all the way up. That's why I actually been documenting. I've been documenting my life since the beginning of the school year. On the first day of school, God told me, He said, record yourself. And then the second day came, He was like, document it. I want you to document just everything every single day. So since school has started, I've been doing that. I ain't know why. But like I say, like just these things been happening and stuff been going on. And I'm just looking like, man, this stuff's crazy. This stuff about to go crazy. Like they not like our viewership ain't all the way up right now with WT Sports News, but even that, like everything is about to take off of this project, and just my people that's around me. And now is the time. God said now's the time. So now is the time for it to happen. It could have happened all the way back in 1999, 2000, but God said that wasn't the time. And I questioned Him, like, why I ain't get to make it? Like I had hot stuff, dog. I'm on the radio, I'm in the clubs, I'm everywhere. You know what I mean? I'm opening up for everybody and everything, but He said it wasn't the time. But now He done showed me it's the time, and even bought me out of retirement. And listen, when I tell you I didn't have any plans, I said I was done. And I even said when I do come back into doing music, I was going to shave my stuff back off and do my Just for Men black goatee. I said that. I put it out there on the ether and everything. But after I did that, a day later, God was like, nah, bruh. If you going to do this, you got to do this as you are. I don't care about Ice Cube and Snoop and everybody Steve Harvey want to dye their hair and say that they younger than what they are or whatever, whatnot. He told me, if you're going to do it, you got to be you. So I'm going to be me. I ain't doing none of this. So if it pop off, it's going to be with this and they're going to see it and that's going to be what it is. And not if. God told me to do it. So I'm doing it. This where we at. And all of it is documented from here right now. I'm speaking this right now on this live all the way back to the very first day of school. So yeah, and it's about to go down. And this is my family. These is my peeps. Like we've been vibing and I've been feeling all of the stuff and it's going to go down, fellas. It's going down.
Yes, sir.
We all eating. Y'all hear me? We all eating. And for our viewers that's out there with me, hey, I'm glad that y'all just vibe with. I know I got off subject and all of that, but it's going down. WTP Sports Dudes, this is what we do. We got so much for y'all, man. We got so much for y'all coming from all different type of avenues and all of that. So right now it's college football, and I done jumped into what God told me to jump into, but we're going to jump out and go right back to that regular scheduled program. Come on, no.
All right. Is Indiana going to make the 12-team playoff?
Let me go first and get out y'all's way because I talk too much. That's why y'all talk too much. And that's why sometimes they don't want to ask somebody else. So I'm going to make it quick. The answer is yes. Because guess what? If they only lose to Ohio State, they're in. Automatically, ain't nothing nobody can do about it. The same schedule Michigan had last year, the same schedule Georgia had last year. They already compared it. Yes, they're in. They're in one of the safest positions in all of the country right now.
There they are.
That was less than 60 seconds for those of y'all that say I talk too much.
I almost said something to keep you going, and I'm going to say it anyway. And I'm going to say Indiana makes the playoffs, and Indiana gets an even higher seed if they beat the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Mossberg, I ain't going to mess with you. Somebody go on, leave me alone.
Man. Hey,
Zaya, get him, Zaya. Zaya, get him for me.
Nah, they ain't dropped. They ain't dropped yet. I'm watching the Pat McAfee show.
They probably gonna come in at 5 though, man. Listen, it's still sticky for me, dog. Cause they don't want 4 Big Ten teams in.
Oh so no, it's 4 all day. And really, Zaya, right now, really, the SEC is kind of messing up with the Georgias and Alabama's losing because they're supposed to have 4 too. So go ahead.
Yeah, so this my whole theory behind it though. With the SEC thing, since they not gonna get 4, they go to 3, right? I think they let the 2 SEC teams get in now. That's just my thought on it. Like,
you mean 2 ACC?
Yeah, that 2
or
ACC
2 Big 12. 2 ACC?
Yeah, I think they let SMU and Clemson get in because it really depends on the games for real. But they not going. I don't.
You playing with fire, Zed? You playing with fire, baby?
Listen, I don't think Colorado gonna beat BYU though.
Oh, you really playing with fire now?
Man, I ain't playing with no fire, dog.
You really playing with fire now? I'm talking about Colorado can't beat SMU.
Huh?
You playing with fire saying Colorado can't beat SMU.
No, I said I don't think they beat BYU.
I mean, BYU, well, whoever, SMU, BYU, CIU, if they're in the Big 12, right now, Colorado's remaining schedule, I plan on them being in the Big 12 championship game and winning it.
How you doing, Mr. Mitchell?
Let's go.
How's it going?
I'm down with them like I'm down with my Buckeyes.
Colorado tough right now, Zaya. And I like BYU at Provo. I like BYU, period. What's your thoughts on this one, WTP Sports Dudes? What do you think about these Indiana Hoosiers?
I definitely believe Indiana's getting in. The only thing I don't like about this situation is that they're going to get 4 teams in and bum-ass Penn State is going to get in there, man. And Penn State should
Penn
not
State is in. They don't have any more tough games, bro.
I know.
Penn State is in. Listen, everybody's in. Everybody's in.
You know?
Listen, you got in. Go ahead, bro.
No, I was going to mention
them in, man, but bum-ass Penn State should not get in, bro.
Listen,
but they go
it don't matter. Look, look, they playing us. Look, I'm looking at this stuff like I'm looking at the SEC. All 4 top 10 Big 10 teams is in the top 5. You got Ohio State, Oregon, Penn State, and Indiana in the top 5.
So you got Oregon, like you said, Oregon, Ohio State.
They're all there. Everybody's in, and Penn State ain't got to play nobody no more. They're in. Indiana, after we beat up on them and let them know y'all close, but not close enough, they're in. Oregon in. Ohio State in. Even if we go to the Big Ten championship game and only beat Oregon by 1 point. Thought I was going to say lose, didn't you? No, we ain't going to lose that game. We're winning that game, and I don't care about how much. Let's go.
Question about Penn State, which y'all mentioned in Penn State, saying they don't even deserve to get in. That means somebody understand what I was saying last week.
No, nobody understand nothing. They only got 1 loss right now.
Now, if
so how you gonna say they don't deserve something just like they playing Indiana right now, as if Indiana don't deserve to be higher? They're undefeated.
I don't know.
If they was in the SEC, they would be ranked way higher. My fault.
Nah, you good, because the upset guys told me to check out this game next week, even though y'all just obliterated these guys in the shoe this past weekend. I don't know why I smell an upset on these Nittany Lions come Saturday in Purdue.
Ooh, who they play? Who they play, bro? Who they play?
They got
who
Purdue.
They play?
They got
Purdue. Oh no.
It's only game I just looked at as a possible upset to throw some static and what's going on with these rankings.
Hey, Moss, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a good one, cause Purdue be getting people when they bad, bro.
That's what in November.
They be getting people, bro.
And it's November, and you just don't know. You know that weather.
Where's the game at? Where's the game at?
They playing in Purdue. Playing at Purdue.
I still don't see it because I just see Penn State is tough. They just can't get past up. They tough. And hold up, time out. Penn State don't play Indiana?
Nah.
No, they got Minnesota.
Yeah, I think that's right. Because Indiana Indiana had Ohio State and Michigan, so they at least had that. But so with Michigan being bad, Indiana got a real good draw this year, and that's why they definitely in.
Right.
But Indiana has I believe has a better all around football team than Penn State, man.
Yeah, agreed.
Penn State is some bombs.
No. I would love to see Indiana and Penn State play, but we know we can't. We know we can't see Indiana and Penn State play, and I would love to. But we can't. And we don't. These schedules, y'all got to remember, these schedules are made years in advance. Now, they did just have to tweak it when they bought the Oregons and Washingtons in. They had to tweak it like we was going to be playing Oregon anyway, and just like we're playing Texas next year. These schedules are made way in advance. You know what I mean? So you don't know, you really don't know what your team is going to be 4 years from now unless your team is the Ohio State University.
He getting it in there.
Homer.
Ohio State is always at the top of the food chain.
We always at the top of the
Always
food
at the
chain,
top of the
baby.
food chain.
That's why I ain't mad about nothing. Nothing. Let's go. I wish we could play Florida State this year because I'm sure probably the last time we played them, they beat us. I wish we could play them this year and next year. I want to beat them up a little bit.
We ain't gonna mention nothing, but y'all was supposed to play us when we was on that 30-something win streak. But the way they made things shape up and happen, we just gonna go to the next question. WTP Sports Dudes, keep us rolling.
What's up, Latoya?
I love that Florida State, Ohio State.
I love that. Thanks for chiming in. Yeah.
So with that being said, everything we just said about Indiana, will a 3-loss team make it in the 12-team playoff this year?
If they're from the SEC only, not the Big Ten, definitely not the Big 12 or the ACC. Only if that 3-loss team says Georgia or Alabama. That's the only way you're getting them in, because realistically, you really, really, really do have to think. I don't care what you think of SMU. I don't care what you think of BYU. When will I ever put them over a top-tier Big Ten or SEC team? I won't, ever. I don't care if SMU had Bo Jackson back there.
Well, it ain't really about SMU because SMU, they got it. I'm looking at the rankings. They 8-1, Miami 9-1. So one of them teams is gonna have 2 losses. So whichever one got 2 losses, if they did want to push them out for a 3-loss SEC team, which is really, it's a good possibility, they'd push them out. It ain't about none of that. But like,
they ain't even gotta push them. They could just blow on them.
Yeah, if you look at the rankings, it's all summing up for a 3-loss SEC team to make the playoffs. Like,
yeah,
you got Bama, Ole Miss, Georgia, all right there in the clutter. Yeah. And probably 2 of them teams probably could lose again. So, well, I mean, they're not going to drop them past Army. They're not going to drop them past. Like, you going to be like, who you got in the Army, Clemson, Georgia game? Come on, we know who they're going to say. So, yeah, ain't nobody dropping past 15. And then 15 is another SEC team. Yeah. So,
Exactly.
And you know they might sneak Ole Miss back up in there with that win against Georgia.
And look, but here's the thing too. They will never, they won't give the Big Ten, a Big Ten team can't have 3 losses. I would think that they could, but they love the SEC. And really, they want to, with the way that the SEC is really playing right now and how their stuff is going, really, you can get them cats 3 teams. But the Georgia and Alabamas, wherever they are in a 12-team playoff, they're automatically in. Man, I don't care how many games they lose. They probably automatically in.
It should be 2 and a possible in the SEC, dog.
I give them a solid 3 all day. I give them 4. I give the SEC and Big Ten 4, like, because y'all's our 4th ranked team probably can beat y'all's champion in the ACC and the Big 12. Period.
Hold on. So you say right now, who's y'all's 4th ranked team?
Ohio State, Oregon,
4th ranked team?
Penn State, Indiana. Take whoever you want. Indiana is the 4th ranked. Well, no, Indiana and Oregon number 1 and number 2, and then Ohio State and Penn State.
I'm gonna just say this about SMU.
Who are you gonna take in the ACC over them?
As an ACC fan, I'm gonna just tell you this about SMU: don't sleep on them. They should be in the playoff when these playoffs come out. That's the
Over
team.
who? You said
Bro, I've
SMU?
been feeling like I'm the only one that haven't been sleeping.
SMU, the reason I say what I say about SMU, because they was the team that everybody was looking at when they came into the ACC. They actually got a lot of transfers that first year they came in that built up to this team that they have along with their veterans. If Indiana played SMU, I think that'll be a game you have to see. It's a must-watch. NFL scouts will have to be there because that game would shake the world. SMU played Penn State. They would dog Penn State right now.
You
Penn State
lost
is a
your
team.
brain.
No, we
We play defense in the Big Ten, young fella.
But you got to have some offense against SMU because SMU got the offense and they have defense. I'm telling you.
Hold up.
It's the
Stop the
Penn State
press.
team.
Stop the press.
Don't
Stop
worry
the
about
press.
schedule.
Stop the press. We have evidence. We have evidence. I just went to SMU schedule. First game number 1, Nevada. Game number 2, Houston Christian. Game number 3, BYU, L. Game number 4, TCU, blowout. Game number 5, Florida State. Game number 6, Louisville. We know they ain't nothing. Game number 7, Stanford. Game number 8, Duke. Game number 9, your mighty Pitt Panthers. So now you're trying to tell me that these cats are playing some type of football and they want to get in the ring and go head to head with some big dogs?
You asked me which team. Me, you saying Penn State don't belong
These
in the
boys didn't even
playoffs.
play nobody.
But-
Their schedule worse than Indiana's.
I'm not looking at SMU's schedule. I'm looking at
Who
SMU.
you looking at them to play and possibly beat from the
Look
Big
at-
Ten or SEC?
Go look at what
They
SMU's
beat some,
played
they
for the
beat some
last 2
decent
years.
teams.
There, for either you or Moss B, who are y'all saying? And we know it's just your opinion.
Well, they got
Who are you
explosive
saying that they could beat in the Big Ten or the SEC, and they ain't even played nobody? The best team they played was Pitt. No, timeout. The best team they played was Florida State.
Well, I
So-
definitely think they can go toe to toe with Penn State. I mean, that might be them or Notre
What?
Dame might be the 2 worst teams in the playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then like other dudes like Bama, it's like any given Saturday. Georgia is like any given Saturday. Like this year, it's not dominant teams, bro. Dudes gotta show up and play, bro.
It's wide open like them hoochie mamas down there at the
You
retro,
gotta show
baby.
up and play, dog. Hey,
Look
you
at that.
got 2-3 weeks of bowl prep.
Yeah.
Anything can happen, bro. They gonna have 3 to 5 gadget plays. That's the sweet spot, ain't it? No. 3 to 5 gadget plays.
Yeah.
And anything can happen, bro. I just listen. I know how Bo go. You work, you get your team better. You go hard at it. You even throw a couple two-a-days in there. You know what I mean? And bro, anything can happen, bro. That's how you see people losing the teams that they shouldn't lose to in their bowl games.
I get it. SMU sucks.
Yeah.
I get I think they're gonna be in the playoff this week.
SMU sucks. The game that they played against TCU, the game was 66-42. You have zero defense. You will not be able to compete against an SEC or Big Ten team if you just letting just teams like this just put points up on you. Duke gave them 27. Louisville gave them 27. TCU gave them 42.
I mean, but we can say that
Nevada gave them 24. You calling them solid teams?
I mean, we
No,
could say this.
We
against
got a
teams in
difference
the
of teams.
SEC. It's teams that's been put up points in the SEC on opponents that shouldn't be putting up that many points.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about SMU.
We talking about
I have no confidence in them. And all of a sudden, you guys have confidence in
Well,
SMU.
I'm gonna
So
say this.
y'all talking like y'all saying they can go and win a playoff game.
They could.
All right. So
Now-
But
I
they
know
play
we-
Penn State.
they play Penn State. I'm picking SMU. I'm picking SMU. ACC.
Man,
over
I don't
the
see
Big
not look, and I know y'all know enough football. I know all these teams that I just named off. y'all can talk about Penn State's offense, but not near one of them teams got Penn State's defense. Not near one of them. If Penn State gonna do anything, they gonna come and they gonna play some defense.
So you gonna say they don't need no offense to win?
They do. I'm just saying that SMU has not faced a defense like Penn State's. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna just
And
say
y'all just giving an automatic win to SMU over a perennial top 15 team in the past, for like the past 5-10 years. Penn State is always up there, and they always have a great defense, and they're going to have a good running game to where they can at least compete with you. They're just not getting over the hump with Ohio State. Like, they have been beating Michigan, but they just can't get over the Ohio State hump. Penn State has been a very good football team for the past, ever since Coach Franklin has been there.
T1, listen, bro, I don't think nobody really going against you against that. But me, as a Buckeye fan, the only thing I'm going to say about SMU is if they line up against me in the playoffs, I'm going to respect my opponent, bro. You get what I'm saying? I'm not just going to dish it out.
You got to respect everybody.
Yeah, I got to respect them because they got explosives over there. You can't just show up and...
I respect them, but the final score will say disrespect if SMU ever lined up against Ohio State.
Bro, it's on the
Or
road.
Penn State, too, for that matter. And I promise you.
He's in the final score gonna say disrespect. Hey, that's the quote of the night.
For real.
Oh my god. Oh, that's oh.
Who gets your Heisman Trophy vote today?
Mine ain't changed, so I give it to y'all.
Mine's still
Ooh,
stay the
that's
same. Travi Hunt, though, after that big win at Texas Tech this past weekend, I'm definitely.
Hey, look, I was on ESPN, and I was like, I had the schedule set up or something, and for every game, it just had the top rusher, the top passer, and the top receiver, and like for every game, and I saw Travis Hunter's numbers as a wide receiver, and they are actually really good, as if he was just a number one wide receiver, and that's all he do. But he do a whole lot more. So like I said, my stuff ain't changed.
Yeah, I would go with either Colorado guy. I wouldn't be mad if Shador won it. You know what
No,
I mean?
but Shador already put it out there, and he already know they're not voting for two guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know that.
They're not voting for two guys, and he like, I'm passing the ball to him. So if I can get the ball to him, we all good. The college football ranking show don't come on until after this basketball game that's still on. They got 29.9 seconds left.
Yeah,
It's Michigan State and Kansas.
I thought Shador won that Texas Tech game with his legs, though, for real.
Yeah. But they can't, because if they both was in it, there was split votes, and neither one of them would win. So I think like even the committee and them know that. So you just have to pick one or two, and Shador understand what it is. And that's why he like, listen here, I'm passing the ball to him. So it's my job to get it to him. I get the ball to him. He win the Heisman. We both win.
Yeah.
Facts. That's his brother, though.
Hey,
He don't
but I
care.
mean,
Michigan State suck. Ohio State is the truth this year. My
Yeah, that's
fault.
his brother.
Some of this Homer stuff just be coming out for no reason.
Yeah, I'm taking Travis Hunter too, man. I'm taking Travis Hunter. In fact, they could go ahead and give him the trophy right now. There's anything else any other player can do, in my opinion, to take that Heisman Trophy away from him. There's nothing else they can do.
What if Jetsy
It's
come
over.
out here and
It
have
should
a
be-
You
300?
could put it a better way.
Jitty can ref for 400.
No.
630.
He not playing
The next
against
three games.
players week in and week out. We can't give it. They are not going to give it to a player that's not in one of these Power Four conferences. You can't, because guess what? If you outside of these conferences, you can have all the yards in the world. We'll give you the backup number 2. But no. You couldn't have said it no better. You couldn't have said it no better. Like, just to be all the way honest, outside of injury, just get this man a trophy. I mean, what more do you want from a player? If you're saying that it will take more than what this young man is doing for somebody to win the Heisman Trophy, we need to fix that system. We need to fix it, and it needs to be fixed immediately. If you say that there's a college football player that is more important to his team and to the game than Travis Hunter.
For sure. What Power 4 team will be better next year than they are this year, and why?
Ohio State. Yak.
I do it.
Dog
I'm-
is right.
Let's
I'm
go.
gonna take it. Nah, you want this?
We're
one?
gonna be even better next year. You said it. They ain't want to answer. I answered it for y'all. So let's go. And he ain't gonna say Florida State, and that's his team. Let's go, Moss B.
I was already gonna say Florida State, and the reason I'm gonna say Florida State, I've been watching my boys. As y'all know, I told you I'm not watching them on TV, no ACC network, channel nothing. It's just Gamecast, and I'll pull it up, watch a few minutes of it every week, and watch some highlights after. I like what I see, and I'm believing in Norvell after hearing it from my guys on the board. You know, I'm gonna take this week. I'm gonna move forward, and I had thought to myself, man, maybe we just need to have a little turnaround. Maybe we need to get to the off season, you know, hit the portal, get out, do some better recruiting, and see what the season bring next year. Maybe we needed this type of season to get better. I don't know, but I'm with my boys, and that's why I feel like that. Just get an off season, get things together, get your mind rolling right, everybody get healthy, and bring in that swagger that we know Florida State can have, because it's in them. It's there, built, but somebody got to bring it up out of that turf and let it be seen with the bright lights in action on every Saturday.
Feel that?
Yeah, my
Oh,
pick,
nobody
man,
want to talk.
I was gonna say Florida State, but I knew you was gonna probably lean that way.
I'm gonna change mine to Florida State too, but I'm gonna go after you, Zan.
So my next choice would probably be the Utah Utes. They get Cam Rising back for a 10th year. It's hard to win there. It's hard to win there regardless of who been playing quarterback. You still can't just go in there and get an easy win. So just from naturalness of like knowing like football, college football, how it be playing out, as long as you got an experienced quarterback, you can make stuff shake, bro. And I think they like 0-5 in conference or something. So I don't see them getting no worse in their conference. They'll definitely be at the better half of the Big 12 next year for sure. As long as Cam Rising can stay healthy, though, barring injury.
You asking for a lot there, young fella.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna stay in that same conference, and I'm gonna go with Oklahoma State. I can't see Oklahoma State being any worse than they were next year. Than they were this year. I'm gonna go with Oklahoma State. I think that Gundy will get that thing turned around, man. I think they had a whole bunch of turmoil at the beginning of the season. Some things weren't going right, but I think he'll be back atop of the Big 12 next year. So I'm gonna go with Oklahoma State.
So I'm gonna change my pick real quick, bro.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna change back to the Florida State Seminoles, because the Florida State Seminoles, in order to be better next year, all they have to do is win 2 or 3 more games, and they can finish 3-9, and that will be a great improvement for this powerhouse that we call Florida.
Like that, dog.
Because I can't get off because they didn't hire Coach Prime. They didn't hire Coach Prime. If they would have hired Coach Prime, that would have been my other school. But now they got me out here rocking Colorado gear with cowboy hats and stuff like that. When I could just have some fresh Florida State uni stuff.
Hey,
So in order for Florida State to be better next year, if they could just win 4 or 5 games, they will be better and still be under 500.
Hey, I got an honorable mention team too. I forgot. It crossed my mind. The Florida Gators. Florida Gators.
The Gators. I mean, right now with this NIL stuff, guess what? You just don't know who gonna do what next year. Who's spending that money? Who getting them players? And I can tell you right now, the Ohio State University, we ain't short of no money, and neither is Texas. Florida State looking like their pockets a little slim right now.
Listen, Florida is going to be really good next year, man. Really good next year.
So that means, so y'all looking for Georgia and Alabama to start taking a step down?
No. When we ask this next question, we'll see. We'll see. But listen, man, Florida, they're going to be good, man, next year. And everybody in the SEC, they play the same schedule next year. The very same schedule next year.
Hey, can we stop talking about next year? We got Project 2025 coming up. It might not even be in next year. Can we just talk about this year?
Might not even be in next year.
Look, I touched No right there. We educators. He like, leave that Project 2025 out of this podcast right now.
Hey, listen, they trying to get it, bro. They trying to get it. We just better be ready.
Facts.
What Power 4 team won't be as good next season, and why?
Florida State. Michigan. They're going down. They don't have the cheater there no more. You can see it. Like, that's why, really, right now, if y'all don't go take that trophy out the showcase and take everything they done had, if they don't have enough evidence right now to go and show that these dudes cannot play football right now, before Connor Stallions got there, they were exactly what you see right now, nothing. They was about to fire Jim Harbaugh. Like, dog, they're nothing. They're not about to be nothing. It's over for them boys. Take that stuff away from them. Do whatever you want to do. The floor is all yours. I had my 60 seconds.
Yeah, I think a few teams take a step down. Mainly the ones that be losing quarterbacks. So Miami, I think Shedeur gone, right? I think Colorado.
Yeah, Shedeur gone.
I don't think a freshman coming in there and keeping them at the same level. I think Penn State take a step back. I think it's one more.
Penn State ain't took a step back in some years, bro.
Bro, they're taking a step back, bro.
I mean, Alabama and Georgia. Alabama and Georgia about to take a step back.
I got faith.
Alabama and Georgia already started their step back. Penn State hasn't. They keep losing players, but they keep going.
I got faith Alabama and Georgia can reload, bro. Because for real, like Alabama, it's going to be tough to replace Milroe, and that defense is bad. But I think a summer and getting that defense together will help them out a lot. And Georgia, I think if they replace their quarterback right now, they'll take a step forward. So I can't just say nothing. And we already know, they breed defensive players. So I ain't gonna say them. Maybe somebody like Texas A&M though. Nah, they got that black dude.
Don't slip on the SEC. They got money. Y'all got to remember this. They got money, and the money is going to get you your quarterback. It's going to get you that. Remember, don't trip, y'all. It's a different game. That's why we don't know what's going to happen going into the next year with all of this money that they got, and they can just throw around and go steal your top player.
Yeah, but
It's dirty. It's gonna get dirty.
I think programs that build within more and just plug holes are better off. I don't think you could just go and get in the portal and think it's always gonna get solved.
Well, you're used to seeing Ohio State. You're spoiled.
No, we seen it with Florida State this year. They thought they was about to go out and spend all this bread on their defensive line, and it didn't work out, bro. You gotta build. Sometimes you gotta bring these high schoolers in, let them gel together, and keep on. You know what I mean? Keep on plugging holes as you go. You can't just keep on bringing people. Like, we done seen it in all the sports. Remember when Paul Pierce and KG and all them went to Brooklyn and they got ran out of that up and down of their building? You can't just bring guys together like that sometimes. You got to let it be organic, bro.
Hey, nephew. NIL took away probably about 10, 15,000 scholarships. Because now even Coach Prime told you, Coach Prime ain't going to get no high school seniors. Coach Prime is in the portal. He only getting Ohio. Really, we don't have to. We don't have to get in the portal. But I'm talking about the schools that do. And I was just giving an example with Coach Prime, and he know how he's trying to build his team. It's not through high school seniors. He's not getting more than 5, and he already told you, I'm not getting more than 5 high school seniors. Everybody else is getting 25.
That's because he was trying to rebuild
20.
right now.
No, it's not going to stop. That's every school. Would you rather get a player that already played college football, or you want to get a high school senior that ain't played it down? They have taken the scholarships away from our little young babies, bro. That NIL has taken scholarships away from our babies.
Hey, I think he was just trying to rebuild right now.
Well, that's because
No,
he's in
I'm just saying
Colorado.
the NIL has taken scholarships. However you want to look at it, a coach will go get a proven player before he'll get a high schooler, and therefore it is taking away scholarships from our high school seniors, like in a major way. Now some of them players are going to have to go D1 AA or D2 because a coach is going to get a player to fill that position that has already played college ball. It's bad, bruh. It's deeper than we may think.
That might be a
Man, I bet if you looked at
no, it's all across the board.
I bet
listen,
the rankings correlate with them classes. So them
hey, y'all, listen.
That's recruiting and
yes, it is because you see the NIL, they're going somewhere. Everywhere that these players with these NIL deals, wherever they go, before this NIL thing, that went to a high school senior. It goes to a person in a portal now. So no, y'all need to understand this, that this portal business has taken away scholarships from high school seniors that actually really deserve to get this D1 scholarship, but it's a dirty game. And right now, these coaches' lives are on the line and they need to win. So guess what? We ain't going to be able to give you the scholarship, young fella. We got to go get this player that already, he got 2 years. He got 3 years. Yeah, like do the research. Yeah. The NIL has taken scholarships. It's taking scholarships from the players, bro.
T1, pick a number 1 through 25. Let's do a quick assignment real quick. Pick a number 1 through 25.
25.
Number 25. Okay. Number 25, SMU. They got 23 high school commits coming in. It's correlating with the rankings, like I told you. Pick another number, brother.
No, because if you say they got 25 commits coming in, that means they ain't got nobody coming in from the transfer portal, baby. Because listen, you only have a certain amount of scholarships, and understand that they have increased the scholarships too.
The portal ain't open yet.
It don't matter when they come, they have to take one of those scholarships that you have open and available.
No, they don't, because they're going to have people hop in the portal too.
Yeah, they're gonna have people jump in.
No, listen, y'all not under. I think y'all not understanding me. Y'all not understanding me. The only thing that I'm saying is that the players in the portal are more important than the high school senior because these coaches need help right now. And like I said, just giving Coach Prime as an example, he already came out and told y'all. And this is like about to be, what is this, about to be year 3 in his recruiting. He's still not on them high school seniors. In order for him to get a high school senior, you got to be all the way in the top of the top. And he said he's not taking no more than 5 because he's
But that's an
rebuilding his
outlier, though.
program. So if you're a coach at any university, if you want to rebuild your program, you're definitely not doing it with high school seniors. You're rebuilding it through this transfer portal. You're not redoing it through senior high schools.
See why do you think people look at Coach Prime like he crazy? Because nobody else is willing to do
They've been looking at him like that since he was born, since you was before you was born.
Bro. Nobody is willing to do it like that, bro. He's the only one that got the jungle to do it.
No, the only one retarded is Dabo or whatever his name is in Clemson. Is like, I'm not getting any of these transfer portal players. So you better. He got all the recruits, and look at him right now. He back. He in the back, bruh. He ain't up there with the big dogs. He good in the ACC, but you better hop in that portal, buddy.
Wow. I'm sitting here watching these rankings. There is a shocker in the rankings.
Man, you might as well go ahead and spit that out, cuz.
BYU has shocked the world. And they
let me say this first, and then you can spit it out.
Yes, sir.
Listen,
go ahead.
Of all the players who went into the portal, 40% of them did not get picked up by another team. 40%.
Those the dummies. Like, who told you those are the same players who are leaving school early and going into the draft and not getting drafted?
No, them are the dudes that's hitting
y'all,
the
this
portal.
my daughter, y'all. Hold on.
Them the dudes that's hitting the portal and they think somebody want them and don't nobody want them.
Yeah.
Or they getting pushed out.
Don't nobody want. Yeah, don't nobody want. Yeah, or they getting pushed out. You're right. Or they getting pushed out. Listen, when they had those exit interviews at the end of the season with their coach, that coach let them know. Well, Steve Sarkisian, he lets those players know, listen, wherever you want to go, I'll put a word in for you. But this ain't your home no more. You got to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
He pushed out several players that he had on that roster when he first got there. Now he got his players in there. He ain't doing that so much. But to T.Y.'s point, teams, Texas, Ohio State, Georgia, them guys is getting 25, 26 guys out of high school, man, and they building their rosters that way. Now, they go get their needs from the portal, but they're still building their teams through high school recruitments, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. You good.
Well, give us that surprise, Bert.
And I think this is going to shock the world with BYU coming in this week at number 3, ladies and gentlemen. I think that is definitely a shocker.
That is shocking.
BYU is ranked number 3 in this week's playoff picture. And we have the Texas Longhorns at number 2.
Are you serious?
Texas Longhorns are number 2 in the college football playoff picture this week.
But how did they rank them though? Because they could have ranked Ohio State 2, but you got to slot them at 2 and 3 because they
You're right. Yeah, you talking about the bracket?
Yeah.
Yeah, you talking about the bracket? Yeah.
It's the way the brackets is set up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the way the bracket.
All right, that was baby.
Texas. Ooh.
Because I know they ain't
So
dropped
Ohio
my
State is
boys.
still 5 then in the bracket.
Ohio State just
Yeah,
broke
that should be
in at
2
number
going
5,
regularly.
and they still will be playing Boise State.
Yeah, because right now they have
Yeah, that's the
Oregon
first
over
round.
us because they beat
Ohio
us and
State.
all of that. But guess what? After this Big Ten championship game, we'll get our shit back. I mean, excuse my language, but Oregon not coming into the Big Ten and doing that. They can get some they can get some regular season, but they won't get that trophy.
Wow. Ole Miss got in.
Let me ask you this
That's the
question real
4-4.
quick, man, then we can get
That's
ready
what
to,
it's gonna be, y'all. It's gonna be 4 Big Ten, 4 SEC, regardless of their records, and then 1 ACC, 1 Big 12, and then Boise State.
What was you saying? No.
Let me ask you this real quick. At the end of the regular season, whatever the college football rankings are at the end of the regular season, do you think it's going to stay the same after the conference championship games?
No,
Bro,
it can't because you don't know who's gonna win the conference championships.
That's the question I've been asking myself the whole time because
It can't.
like, bro, it's like you could end up possibly like SEC team. You could possibly catch your third loss in that SEC championship game, and now what they gonna do with you? You could have been in the square of the college football playoff, but that third loss looked bad if somebody like Miami.
Any championship team, any team going to the championship in the Big Ten or SEC is automatically in. So remember that. Even if they do have 2 losses and they lose and get a third loss, they're automatically in.
Let me finish what I was saying though, T1.
I got you.
So I'm saying though, like, all right, for instance, let's say Georgia lose again, right? But we keep on thinking that they
hold up. That'll give Georgia a third loss.
Yeah, but we think we don't think the SEC done beating up on each other. So you don't think it's possible a 3-loss team can make the SEC championship?
Let me look and see.
I remember
it's 3
because I believe that a 3-loss team can make the playoffs.
And that's what's tricky about it.
And absolutely, you can have 2 3-loss teams in depending on what Tennessee and Texas do. You could possibly have a couple 3-loss teams because in the SEC, only Tennessee and Texas, they the only ones with 1 loss. Everybody else got 2 already.
I think you can have a SEC championship. It's real possible. Like it ain't more than 50% possible. Let me just say it's possible that you can have a 2-loss team and a 3-loss team in the SEC championship, and that will shake up the whole world. Because then they be looking at the SEC like, damn, how many do they get in? I'm just saying, Tennessee play who they play. I think they got Georgia this week, right? Texas played Texas A&M.
They got Georgia this week, yeah.
Yeah, that's what
hey, just to let y'all know what they think about the SEC, they have 9 teams ranked in the top 25. So they are getting 4 in regardless of what their record is because they're going to say they're so tough and they just beat up on each other. And you already know the ESPN owns the SEC network, so they're in bed with them. They have 9 ranked teams because most of their schedules are garbage. Most of their schedules are straight garbage, and they only have 2 to 3 hard games that they're going to play a year. They've been doing this. I've been watching this little pony trick for years with the SEC. No, I'm just saying they just, and then ever since ESPN bought the SEC, I mean, look, I'm just trying to tell you, just like the dope man, if I'm selling my product, I'm going to make sure that I have the best product. I'm going to make sure that you believe that my product is the best dope you can get. And ESPN's dope is the SEC. And that's why they have 9 teams ranked in the top 25.
Hey, where did they drop Georgia at, Moss?
I didn't
Georgia
see.
number 11.
So now, with this
They're
being
number
said,
12.
They ain't went
They're number
nowhere.
12, so they're on the outside right now. They're on
With
12. They're at number 12. They're on the outside of the what's the name of the playoff.
But look, right now they got 5 teams in the top 12. SEC has 5 teams in the top 12 right now.
I mean, you can't really argue that, though. I mean,
I can when the biggest supplier is your boss. That's what people don't understand. Like the ESPN owns, if you look at the SEC network and go onto their channel, it says ESPN. ESPN owns the SEC. So why would they not try to put it out in the public's eye? Like, hey, this is the biggest, best piece of dope you ever gonna have. This is the biggest, best conference of football you're ever gonna see. Basketball, everything. You're not gonna see anything greater than this. That's what they push, and that's their dope.
If you really think about it, in reality, SEC football do what it do. SEC is what SEC
Don't do nothing.
They do it.
They don't do nothing.
They where they
The Big
at.
Ten used to beat up on them boys back in the days. Only when they got to just doing all of this big money stuff and all of this stuff down there, that's when they became something. They wasn't nothing. They go up and down. Alabama up and down like a roller coaster. Georgia up and down. LSU, Florida. Look at Florida right now. They was at one time just they was just like, they'll never go down. LSU, all of them, Auburn. They got all of these schools with national championships because they spent that money at that time and got that shit. And now ESPN runs the SEC, so it's they dope.
I don't think a 3-team SEC, a 3-loss SEC team get in.
Well, what about this then? Yeah, what about this then? Since you're saying that you got an 8-1 Tennessee team who was ranked 7, they're behind Penn State.
Tennessee didn't play. Who they play, bro?
And they're behind Ohio State. Listen, Tennessee beat Alabama, and Alabama is a better win than any of the wins that Ohio State got, Penn State got, and Indiana got.
They play Tennessee, play Alabama, and now they're about to play Georgia. Great, but outside of that, they ain't played nobody. It's all the same soft schedule that they talking about Indiana. Nobody talks. They saying Indiana can't be ranked because, and they even say this on ESPN. They was like, if you put Indiana in the SEC and have them at 9-1, 9-0, whatever, they're gonna be ranked high. Here go Tennessee. They play Chattanooga, NC State, Kent State, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Florida, Alabama. Yeah, we get them. Do you catch them up or down? They caught them down and beat them. Kentucky, nothing. Mississippi State, nothing. They ain't played nobody. Their schedule is no different than Indiana's. And y'all acting like Tennessee is like some type of powerhouse. No, they're ran by the ESPN, so we make sure that we keep all of them up there. That schedule is garbage.
So what makes the
If that was Ohio State schedule, they'd be like, Ohio State ain't played nobody.
T1, bro. For real, bro. We got to be honest, though, bro. My fault. My phone jacked up. Bro, the SEC really been busting us in the college football playoff. We just got to be honest about that.
You ain't never heard me disagree with that.
Yeah, so we got to
You've never heard,
on it,
but first you have to get me to disagree and say that we've been kicking their ass in the playoffs, to say that in the bowl games, because guess what they also do? They also, if you look and just watch this stuff, you also just get to see how they rank these teams and where they go. Like, dude, every time you have a Northwestern team playing an SEC team, and of course, like I say, it's with their rankings and how they do and how we know, but the SEC team is ranked way ahead of the Big Ten team every single time. The Big Ten team is almost always the underdog. And we have won some of those games if you go and look at the bowl record for the last couple years. And I can't wait to get into it this year.
Hey, it ain't
I
the
can't
bowl
wait to
that
play
I'm
it this
talking about.
year.
'Cause
And
we
even
do
like
good.
it's been years, it's been 50-50, like the past couple of years.
Bro,
Are
we
y'all
do
not
good,
looking at this
T1.
stuff or y'all just talking?
Bruh, we do good in the bowl games, bruh. But the SEC be popping people in the playoff. That's the one that matters.
Because they always make sure that Alabama and Georgia and all of them cats is in there, bro. They get the benefit of the doubt every single time.
But if
So
they
I'ma
win
say-
it, then that mean they deserve to be there, though. That's
Yeah,
that's the point.
I get so look so listen to the point that I'm trying to get to y'all. And let me see if anybody gets it. And I know we all come from the same hood. That's why the title is what it's called. This is the supplier. He supplies all the dope. His dope is the SEC. All of y'all buying this stuff, bruh. I
No.
don't buy it. I don't buy it that the SEC is just this. The SEC got 9 ranked teams out of all the college football and out of all the parity that's going on with it. You trying to tell me the SEC is just head above everybody else. I
No,
can't
no.
buy it. And
No,
I won't
so-
let nobody get me to tell me that ESPN's job ain't to sell the dope and to get all of y'all to believe that the SEC is superior. They're not.
I
So,
see what
no-
you're saying. He's saying
so,
in
right.
totality.
Right.
He's saying in totality. I get it. I get
Nah,
what you're
I get that. So right now, if we gonna look at the SEC,
And looking at the teams this year
and the
too.
Big Ten, we can
And
look
I
at
can't
the
wait to
teams-
play them in the bowl games.
We could look at the teams this year because y'all have a reigning national championship that don't look too well. That's the start.
They
So
won't even be one of the ones playing. You don't even got to worry about them. They're
then
not
y'all
even
got
going to be in the bowl game, bruh.
y'all got a team that's not even from the Big Ten that's running the Big Ten this year.
But they
Yeah,
was
yeah.
running college football before they came
Hey,
here. So don't do that.
The SEC got one of them too, though.
Nah,
Yeah, don't do that. Oregon been balling.
I'm just speaking of facts, but Oregon really
No,
hasn't been-
Oregon has been beating teams across the country.
Nah, Oregon has been beating teams across the country, but
So
you
don't
really
play
haven't-
like they just coming to the Big Ten and doing nothing.
at this deep into the season, though, when we talking about playoff, when we talking about that major push, they really haven't talked about Oregon the way they talk about them.
They
this
about
year.
to have to see us again, bro, on the neutral field.
Okay,
Bro,
so
hey,
we gonna
the SEC's top team is Texas in my mind, and they didn't come from they're new to the SEC. So
Okay,
you
so-
can
nah. Go ahead.
you can say some of the same things about both conferences, but if you line them up 1 through 10, I think the Big Ten will come out with a better record.
So if we did playoff pretender or championship contender,
No. If we did your 1 play my 1, your 2 play my 2, I think the Big Ten, I think they come out with more than 5 wins. If you line up the top 10.
Hey, listen, they gonna put enough
okay,
Big
listen,
Ten
listen,
SEC games together,
this is getting fun right here.
Okay, wait a
and
minute.
it's gonna be. They gonna set it up like this year, y'all.
So listen. Okay, just listen real quick. You got Oregon and Texas. Who get that win?
Oregon, easy.
Who's gonna say push?
Yeah.
Who said a push? Who said a push?
I mean,
We're gonna slide that one to the left.
I ain't sliding
You
nothing to
got
the left.
Ohio
Oregon,
State against Tennessee. Ohio
We
State,
popping
Ohio
Tennessee.
State.
I'm gonna get
We
that to the
popping it.
Buckeyes.
We
We
get out to the
popping.
Bucks.
I'm gonna get that to the Buckeyes. Then you got Penn State against Alabama. We're gonna give Alabama that one, right?
Bama.
No, we're not. Their
Bama.
defense is terrible.
y'all playing Penn State defense, man.
Their
I'm
defense
giving
is
that to
terrible,
Bama.
bro. That's a 50-50 battle, bro.
Come on,
Hey,
man.
bro, that's good
Listen.
defense versus good offense.
Alabama's Listen, Alabama's defense is horrible. You're right. But Penn State's offense is worse. And Penn State's defense is good. It is. But
Yeah.
is it as good as Alabama's offense?
No.
Bro, what are we
Get out
basing
to
this off
Alabama.
of, though? We
Get out
acting
to
like
Alabama.
Alabama been lighting the world on fire or something, bro. They have.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
They have it. You're right.
I'm trying to figure out when y'all turn all of these teams into just superpowers.
So what's Penn State's
Hey,
biggest
we
win
gonna
this
give it
year?
to Alabama. Go ahead.
Penn
We gonna
State-
give it to Alabama. Go ahead. We got Alabama.
No.
Ole Miss. Ole Miss against Indiana.
I don't know. I like Indiana.
Hey, look. Hey, that's one hell of a game.
That's a hell of a
That's
game.
one hell
Hey,
of
go
a
ahead,
game
put
right
that
there,
to the left.
buddy. But I don't know.
Man, listen. Have y'all seen Ole Miss defensive line?
I seen Ole Miss look like shit. I'll tell you that. Excuse my language.
I have too. But to an SEC team, not to know Indiana.
Hold up. Time out. What's an SEC team? Is you saying that's something different than the football team?
Yeah, now,
Are they something different or something? They got some type of superpower?
No, what I'm saying is,
They got some type of superpowers, bro.
when you
That's why people up north think the SEC got some type of superpowers.
No, but this is what I'm saying. I'm saying when you play in a conference, that team that you play in a conference with, they already know your ins and outs. So it's going to be a good game. They're going to have your number every now and then. Just like in the Big Ten. You play those guys all the time. Every now and then they're going to have your number because they play you so much. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but I think
But we
Hey, I
all
looked
agree.
at
We
Penn
all know
State
that.
schedule too.
Ole Miss will bust their ass, man.
no, they wouldn't.
Ole
dog.
Miss
Or
bust
they
their
will
ass.
shit on themselves.
I think you underestimate the trenches in the Big Ten.
Yeah, he do.
You
He do.
underestimate
This is what
the
I'm saying.
trenches, dog.
No,
He do.
Listen. Now listen to this real quick so I can prove my point. They just played Michigan in their own house in Indiana and only beat Michigan by 5 points. 5 points. Michigan.
That was Vegas. Hey, bro. That was Vegas. If you watch the beginning of that game, them teams wasn't even comparable at all. It really should have been a blowout.
And Vegas gonna do the same thing.
Just like that Alabama-Georgia game. No, Vegas did the same thing in the Alabama-Georgia game and try to make people think it was a close game and they were comparable teams. They wasn't.
I'd rather have a close game with a Michigan than lose to a Vandy, dog, who never been good. So you can't sit there and say that like that.
I agree. But listen, if we did a poll of 100 people and they said who will win between Ole Miss and Indiana, I'll guarantee you 75% of them are going to say Ole Miss.
Not right now. Not right now, bro.
That's because Indiana ain't get the ring they bell yet. They ain't get the ring they bell yet.
And that's because ESPN got everybody brainwashed to love the SEC. Facts.
No, I'm not taking anything away from Indiana. I love Indiana. All I'm saying is Ole Miss's defensive line will give them hell, man.
Bro, this is why the college football playoff gonna be fun, bro.
No, all of it is gonna be fire, and I wish players would play in the bowl games.
Man, I don't even care about.
So out of those 4 games, all those 4 games, you only got 2 wins and 1 push. I mean, 1 win and 1 push.
Because I think we're very equal. I think we're very equal, but ESPN pushes it out like the SEC is superior and top notch.
No, they're not equal.
So who Georgia will have to play?
Who the 5th team in the Big Ten?
I mean, who could
Iowa.
you throw at them? You can't throw nobody at them. Everybody else got at least 4 losses in that conference.
We're sick Michigan on Georgia.
Iowa.
We're sick Michigan on Georgia.
Iowa.
They won't kill Michigan, and we'll stick Michigan on them boys, and they get their upset victory.
Man.
But everybody copping out of Michigan. Ain't nobody playing for a bowl game. Anybody going to the NFL for Michigan is not playing in the bowl game this year.
Nope.
Facts. Because they suck.
Y'all got 4 good teams, man. Y'all got 4 good teams, man. The SEC got like 7 or 8, man.
Nah, we can't
totally
say that.
disagree. You calling Kentucky and Vandy and South Carolina? Stop it. We
can't
got
say
the
that
same
because
teams,
SEC
bruh.
No.
We
They
got
don't
the
play
same
nobody.
teams.
No.
Hey, just put it like this: USC.
You got to go fight a Minnesota, a Iowa, a Illinois. We got the same little middle of the barrel teams, bruh. And now you got to fight a punk Washington.
How come they not ranked in the top 25? Because they got 4 losses.
Because they're not in the SEC, bruh. If the big team was the SEC, they would say, look, they would say, hey, the Big Ten teams beating up on each other.
Hey,
They're not saying that.
USC beat LSU. That's all. I can
y'all
prove it like that.
Look, and their schedules are horrible. Look at their schedules, bro. Each team has 7 to 8 automatic wins. You only got like 3 hard games. If you got 3.
USC
Look at their schedule. That's why all of them get 8 wins per year. That's why y'all think they all great. That's why they all up in the top 25. Because if you look at their schedule, it's so easy. They ain't played nobody. They might play Alabama. They might play Georgia. They ain't played nobody. Look at their schedule. Dog, I've been hip to them a way long. I got hip to them like 5-6 years ago. Every single team in the SEC, look at the cupcakes that they order. They order 3 cupcakes a year. It be teams you don't even hear of. They're underneath the MAC. No, bro. They're underneath the MAC conference. They be playing teams like Mercer. They be playing teams. No, I'm talking about at least you got the MAC conference. At least they right here. They be playing Chattanooga. Do you want me to pull up look, I'm just going to go to one. I'm going to pull up the SEC. And I'm going to tell you the teams of, look at this. These the schools. I'm going to go to Tennessee first. They up there at number 1. I'm going to go there to them first and tell you these cupcakes. Chattanooga. Kent State from the MAC. And where they third one? UTEP. University of Texas, El Paso. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. We're going to go to another one. And they ain't even a mention. Hold up, time out. No. They ain't even a mention the cupcakes in the SEC. That's automatic wins. So I just went to Texas A&M. McNeese. Ohio State would never play McNeese. McNeese, Bowling Green. Of course, we play Bowling Green there in Ohio. We be doing that. And New Mexico State. Come on, stop playing with me. And then the easy Auburn game, easy. Mississippi State, easy. Arkansas, easy. Florida, easy. Mississippi State, easy. Like you got 8 automatic wins. So you definitely gonna be in the top 25. I can go to the Big Ten, and it probably can be. Let's see how easy theirs are, because we do just want to make sure it's fair. We're here to make sure it's fair. So I'm gonna go to the SEC, and I'm at the Big Ten, and I don't think we'd be playing McNeese's and them. I'm gonna go to Indiana. They up at the top, and we know Indiana got a cupcake schedule.
He called McNeese State.
Oh, golly. They done played Western Illinois and FIU and Charlotte. 3 automatic wins. Golly. So everybody's schedule is horrible.
Everybody does it, man. Everybody does it.
Nah, Ohio
Everybody
State
does it.
Ohio
No,
State don't
we
that.
do. We got 3 automatics.
No, we don't do that. We usually got a home and home with somebody. That's the truth.
Yeah, we do. We do.
We usually
We
got
do.
one home and
No,
home
no,
with
y'all
somebody.
usually do have a home.
So
with
here's
somebody.
ours. So we'll say
Y'all do,
ours.
y'all do.
We play
But still,
Akron.
cupcakes
We
too.
play Akron, Western Michigan, and Marshall.
Yeah,
That's not
this year. We
Mercer.
just got off.
That's not
We just got off
Mercer,
of Notre
Detroit,
Dame, though.
Chattanooga. That's not none of them. It's at least Mac. At least you up
Hey,
there
no,
a little bit.
We in middle years. We just got off of Notre Dame. We about to move to Texas, and then after Texas, I think we got Bama. So yeah, no, we do home and homes.
Oh, I agree. Y'all do home and homes. I agree with that. But so do those other teams do. They do the same thing too. They got home and homes with people.
The SEC has
Everybody has
8 automatic wins.
Hey, but we gotta understand too.
Listen.
We
Y'all
gotta
play
understand
Purdue?
too. The SEC
Y'all
play 8 conference games, so they have one more opportunity to schedule a cupcake. We play 9. That's a
I
big
think they
difference.
play 9 too now.
No, they play 8.
That's true. But listen. The only reason why the SEC only play 8 this year with the new conference alignment is because they're trying to get the TV deal to make them pay them more money to add another 9th game, to add that 9th game.
They with ESPN. They got all the money.
Oh, no. They got all the money.
You really worded that wrong. Actually, the Big Ten is trying to get the SEC to play another game in conference and schedule a home and home together. They want the SEC and the Big Ten to play each other once in non-conference every year. That's what they want to do. And that's coming from our side because we don't like
that might be true too, but
yeah, we don't like the disrespect we see in college football rankings like this. We don't like
it. Listen, man. They go out there, they play them games. It's not the SEC's fault if another conference has teams that got 4 and 5 losses, man. That's not their fault. That's not their fault. If their teams only got 1, 2, or 3 losses, and everybody else, their teams can't get in there because they got 4 or 5, and you got 4 teams in the top 5.
Hey,
you can't be mad because the SEC got another 5 at the tail end.
Moss, turn the page in your notepad real quick and write this down.
I'm already on a new page, man.
So how about the teams in the Big Ten that got to play these 4 top-ranked teams every single week? That make for a tough schedule, but they only want to act like the SEC has a tough schedule. Our schedule ain't tough. It's the Big Ten. But the SEC, they get they're just beating up on each other. And they have all of these easy wins, bro. So they're able to not have 3 losses right now because they don't have that type of schedule. They don't have that type of schedule to have 2 or 3 losses right now. That's why they have so many 1 and 2 loss teams, because their schedule is built for them to only have like 3 losses in a year.
So if you really think about this, like for me, my choice on saying the SEC is boldly, specifically bowl games to start. It comes specifically from bowl games. SEC runs things when it comes to bowl games. When that game matter, they win, whether it's at a neutral site or during the season at times.
And they always, if you also look at the rankings and everything, unfortunately, and what is crazy to me, and I just keep seeing it year in and year out, and you could say, okay, it's just rankings, but every time they're the higher ranked team every single time, and actually by like a nice little margin as well.
Okay, so
a nice margin every single time we play these cats.
I would
like
say
you
this,
don't never put nobody on us where put us at the, like right now, if we was to just take it and take 1, 2, 3, 4 and match them up, they never match it up like that.
So this
the
what I'm
Big Ten team is always the underdog. Look at it.
This what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say Oregon, Ohio State, Penn State, Indiana. Those 4 teams. I'm gonna say those 4 teams real quick. What games they all have in the last
We'll
month.
never get to see it.
No, what I'm saying is this is about to break this down and be real good for you. The last month, Oregon, Ohio State, Penn State, and Indiana, what big games have they had? That's the first question. And then I'm going to break down. This is before this week's rankings came out. These are the first 4 teams in the SEC and the Big Ten that I just gave you. And then I'm going to give you the first 4 out of the SEC, which is Georgia, Texas, Tennessee, and then Alabama.
And why does only the SEC have these big games and all of that stuff? But go ahead.
What I'm saying, at this point in this juncture right now, even in the last month, this is just randomly. I'm just looking at it to kind of break this down for right now and what we're talking about. Alabama, Tennessee, Texas, and Georgia's played more big games just in the last month, possibly against each other, than those 4 Big Ten teams have played in the last month alone. And if Ohio State and Penn State was a big game, to me, that game was trash. I fell asleep because I felt Ohio State was going to win that regardless.
They got trash when you got number 1 going, number 2 or 3 going against number 4 or whatnot. That was one of the top ranked games in all of the country. And it went down to the 4th quarter, and it was a great game if you was watching it. I'm confused.
It was a great game because Penn
I'm
State
confused.
had defense, and once again, Ohio State left things on the board. They left.
Who are you saying that left something on the board? It was a game. If you're not in the state of Ohio and you watched that game, you saw a very good game.
Smith dropped the touchdown
against 2 top 5 teams.
Yeah, I mean, just me on the outside looking in. If I was an Ohio State fan, I'd have been disappointed. I ain't
never disappointed with a win.
Hey, can I say something?
Go ahead.
Hey, listen. See, I get what you're saying, Moss, but this is my whole thing. You considering big games like LSU playing Texas A&M, but I think if both of them teams was in the Big Ten, their record wouldn't be what their record is.
Nope.
It just wouldn't be.
Come on, man. Come on,
Bro,
man. Honestly,
how can I think that,
man.
bro?
Man,
If
stop
LSU lost the USC,
Come on, man.
bro, they
You
lost
talking about
the
in the Big
USC,
Ten.
bro.
Here y'all
If you-
go, acting like
if
the
you threw
SEC is
LSU in the Big
superior.
Ten, you scheduled them. If you scheduled them against Ohio State, USC, and Oregon, and that was their 3 big games a year, they losing all 3 of them games, though. They're not going to be ranked because they in the Big Ten. So you're not going.
And neither of those SEC teams y'all talking about is Oregon. So don't act like they Oregon. Oregon came in, took care of business, but Oregon been taking care of business against every conference out here for the past 6-7 years, or probably 10 or whatever, whatnot. So don't play it like that. So we're just saying, y'all pumping these SEC games up like ESPN is doing, and like, we got a great game against Kentucky and Alabama, against Kentucky and Vanderbilt. Get out of here. That's just like saying we got a great game against Rutgers and Maryland.
I'm going off the rankings, and we got to remember this Oregon team.
The rankings is ESPN who own the SEC. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. I don't care about the rankings.
Who to blame for letting this Oregon team come in and run this Big Ten? That's going to be my question at the end of the season.
Why Missouri ranked? Why Missouri ranked?
Because they beat Ohio State in the bowl game without their quarterback and wide receiver. Go ahead. So what else?
About Missouri is the same way I feel about.
I mean, when we talking about the Big Ten, I just don't think Penn State is that strong of a team when you consider a lot. And when you think of these playoffs, you're gonna have to have some.
Missouri ain't played nobody but Alabama and Texas A&M, and they lost to Texas A&M, and Texas A&M is not that good. They're just in the SEC, and it's a lot of teams in the SEC that's not that good.
Ooh, Penn State.
Texas A&M not making the playoffs, and they ain't beating nobody to try to get out of a playoff.
Penn State and Oklahoma, 2 teams that don't got no offense but got a lot of defense.
You comparing Penn State to Oklahoma?
That would be a good game. I'm just trying to get you to laugh. You know I'm having all the fun. That was a good one. Look,
I just don't rock with the. Look, I just don't rock with the SEC like that. I'm looking at Missouri's schedule. They played Murray State. Ohio State will never in our history play a team like Murray State or Chattanooga or the Citadel. These teams they be playing, that's just straight practice games. So Murray State, this is Missouri. Bro, I'm just saying they ain't played nobody. Murray State, Buffalo, Boston College, Vanderbilt, Texas A&M, UMass, Auburn, Alabama, okay, yeah, and Oklahoma. And now they about to play South Carolina, Mississippi State, Arkansas. Boy, give Ohio State that schedule. We go into the playoffs every single year. You might can give Michigan that schedule, and they might go to the playoffs this year, buddy.
Yeah, but that's Missouri. You're not talking about. You can't compare Missouri.
But
to
they got
Ohio
Missouri
State
ranked in the top
Michigan.
25.
Yeah, but they what, 23? They almost out the top 25.
But
Man.
you have Indiana, who has been undefeated, and they just fighting to get some type of recognition. If
but-
Indiana was Missouri,
They got some
they would be probably number 2 right now.
Hey, let me ask y'all the
Listen,
whole panel.
The
Let me
only
ask
way
y'all
they're
this
not
question.
number 2 was because of some other Big Ten team.
Hey, let me ask the panel.
They should
this
be
They
ahead of
should
Penn
be
State
over
for
Ohio
sure.
State.
Hey,
They should be
let
over
me-
Ohio
Let
State.
me ask y'all a question real quick.
Go ahead, Zay.
Do we think the Big Ten is at full strength this year?
We're never at full strength if Michigan is not at full strength. No. And Wisconsin
got
ain't at
4
full strength.
programs.
Neither is SEC.
No. So the
We got
question
4
is no.
programs, though. We got 4 programs that's down this year.
Yeah, we got programs
That's
down.
football,
Yeah.
That's real blue bloods in football.
Yeah.
got Michigan, UCLA, Washington,
Michigan
USC,
State.
and they all have
Michigan,
a
we got
down
a lot of
year,
teams that's down, and if this was the SEC, they will be up, and that's all we saying right now.
No, I don't think they'd be up. They just haven't down.
Yes, they
years.
would. If
No,
this was the
UCLA.
SEC,
You
they'd
can't
be
say
up.
UCLA.
UCLA is a football pro.
You can't say
basketball.
UCLA, man. UCLA.
Okay, that's a basketball school. You can have that one.
But it don't matter. If they were in the SEC, they wouldn't be no different than Missouri, according to football.
That's still 3 blue blood programs in football.
Yeah.
That's
You got
bad.
Michigan State that ain't balling. You got Michigan ain't balling. You got Wisconsin ain't balling. And we can leave out Washington and USC and UC. We can leave out USC for sure.
Nah,
No,
bro, we
I'm
can't,
putting
because
USC in there.
Bro, we
So
can't,
that's 4
dog.
teams.
We
That's
can't
4
leave out-
teams. And mind you, them Pac-12 teams that just came up in here, it's hard in this Big 12, baby. They was okay last year, but it's a little rougher in this Big 10, baby. Yeah. Yeah. And listen here. Oregon, look, Oregon gonna find out next year. This Oregon came in this year and got their funky off. Oregon gonna find out that this Big Ten ain't all this cracked up to be. I see them entering the Big Ten like how Penn State entered it when they first entered it. They entered it, they had some success. They had some nice little success too. And guess what? Since then, they just in the Big Ten.
That's a deep question. That's
I
a
guess,
deep
man,
comment
I
you
guess.
said at the end on the
Yes.
Big Ten. They just in the Big Ten.
That's it. They just in the Big Ten, but they ain't competing for no natties or nothing because they, for one, they can't get past the king. You know, and the years that we've been down the past couple years, they ain't been able to get past Michigan or us. So they can't move. They stuck. And Oregon will eventually get here, and I promise you. Because I know Ohio State ain't going nowhere. And I want to believe that Michigan will build their program back up, but they may not, and it may just turn into Ohio State and Oregon.
Hope they don't miss on Charles
Michigan
Woodson.
gonna build their program back, but Oregon they going.
Y'all got to remember Michigan before Cheating Stallions got there 3 years ago, they were horrible.
Yeah,
now
but
they're
Oregon-
horrible.
Oregon
Now
gonna be
look
there,
at it.
though.
They're not it.
See why Oregon is though, because they Nike town. People like to people like to feel
Yeah.
pretty when they play. You
And that's
feel
what
me?
I'm saying. I can see it being Ohio State and Oregon. Like Michigan, they just may not hit their footing. It may be over for them boys. Just like Penn State, you ain't got a chance. Michigan State, it's over. Like it's just over. It's a certain level to championship football, and being able to
So
stay
you're
up
saying
on top. Go
so
ahead.
you're saying the Big Ten is going to be a two-team race from here on out? Just two teams?
No,
I guarantee you
no,
that's
because we got a lot of we got teams. I was just saying Michigan may get pushed back because I can see Oregon coming in and competing. I can see USC. So it's not like we will. I really, really see the Big Ten and really just college football just being very, very competitive, just from top to bottom. I see it being very competitive to where now, just the way things are going, like, you know, you might can be able to be beat by anybody.
Bro,
You know, if these teams do what they're supposed to be doing and spend your money, go get you some players. It makes it open. It's open season for anybody. And that's why right now, college football is open for anybody to go get this national championship. Not just Ohio State, not Alabama, Georgia, Oregon. It's open for anybody except for Boise State.
Bro, I think both conferences, bro, Big Ten and SEC, bro. I think they're gonna be tiered off, just like it usually is, though.
Yeah.
Like the SEC is gonna be Texas, Bama, Georgia, LSU, and the Big Ten is gonna be Ohio State, Oregon, and then the next two, like, cause it always shuffle in the Big Ten. You know what I mean? It might be Michigan one year, it might be Wisconsin another year, it might be Penn State. It's always going to be Ohio State and Oregon.
Don't leave USC out of it. They have too much history and too much money in Southern California to get left out.
Hold on, T1. In the Big Ten, Ohio State and Oregon is always going to have the money. So them two teams is always going to have players, dog. But the other teams that's under them, they going to have to really, like, player development, and it's going to be whoever year it is, you know what I'm saying? Just like it's Indiana's year, they undefeated. He brought all his guys. They had good players on the roster. They didn't develop people. Yeah, so it's gonna be like that, bro. And that's just the way it's gonna be, like, with these alignments in these conferences, bro. Ohio State is always gonna be king in Big Ten. Always. It's Ohio State, dog. We got too much money, bro. It's too much. We recruit so crazy now. Like, I think we should take 15 players out of Ohio. We only take 7.
Yeah, we get the top.
You got to follow the money, though. So to say it's going to be a 3-team race in the Big Ten most of the years, I mean, he ain't far off. 2 or 3.
No, I ain't saying it's going to be a 3-team race. No.
Man,
No.
listen, it's going to be
3-team race for the Big
teams,
Ten. I'm gonna
top
say
3 teams every year, dog. And then everybody else, they're gonna have to build their program. 3 or 4, just like the SEC though. It's gonna be 3 or 4 teams every year, dog. That's gonna be good. You gotta follow the money. All the money in Texas, for real. I don't even know how Texas A&M ain't got a good team every year. You know what I mean? All that money down there.
they got to fight for
Yeah,
that.
but I don't see sunny California just sitting back and watching this college football and basketball thing just be, all of this hoopla without them. I really, really don't see UCLA and USC sitting back. I see them eventually spending this cash and catching up, and it's only going to be like just a year or two. And team, like, it's going to be so open, even Ohio State's of the world. Like, it's going to be open to where they're going to be like, I don't want to. You from Columbus, and now you got the opportunity to go live out in LA and even get paid. You from Ohio. You can leave from Ohio and go to Southern California or Los Angeles and get paid to go out there and play football.
But dog, we only take 7 players out of Ohio. The whole country, the SEC
Well, we look
and the
for
Big
we
Ten.
try to get the top. We try to
Hear
get the
me
top
out. Hear me
15.
out, dog. The
I got you.
SEC and the Big Ten is going into California. They going into Florida and they going into Texas. You not keeping all your players in Cali if you USC. Ohio State need 4 of them dudes. Texas need 3 and 4 of them dudes. All these teams need these dudes, bro. You not keeping none of them dudes.
Yeah, nobody can keep everybody.
Bro, you're not keeping the best ones though, because at the end of the day, too, it comes down to facilities. And I heard USC facilities is horrible compared to like big time programs.
Yeah.
Well, for the most part,
They ain't spending
and
that
you know,
money.
as a Buckeye, for the most part, we keep who we want on the inside of Ohio, unless they just don't want to be Buckeyes. Just like the Mr. Football from last year, the running back, he went up to Michigan. He just didn't want to be a Buckeye. So you're not gonna get them. Just like we go into California and Texas and go steal some of their top players.
Man,
We
I
do
ain't
that.
worried
And
about no athletes though, bro. I'm worried about the trenches, bro. We don't get none of the linemen from Ohio. They go to Notre Dame, dog, or Michigan.
well, we just got the 2 twins from Ohio,
Yeah,
and they were both highly
because they were
ranked.
borderline 3-star prospects. They wasn't 5 stars like Joe Alt.
Well, they had the same scholarships to go to Alabama and Georgia and Michigan too, though. So
I'm just
they
saying,
were.
bro.
It don't
I'm
matter what
talking about.
star they was. They could have went anywhere, but they
I'm
chose to
talking
come to
about top
Ohio State.
100 players, though, bro. I'm talking about top 100. Like,
And
if
we
you top
always
100,
get
there's
our
no way you
tops.
should get out of the city, out of the state. There's no way. Not if you in the trenches.
Well, Jim Tressel was the only one that was able to put a whole chain around it, but we still got a good lock around it. But you're not going to be able to keep everybody. Everybody don't want to stay here. Some people, like my daughter, they want to get away from here, and ain't nothing you can do about that. Just like the players that we steal out of Texas and Georgia and Florida, they want to get out of there. So you're going to get those, and you're going to miss out on some of your top players. It's just the nature of the beast.
Man, we've been missing out on offense and offensive linemen.
We never miss out, bro. We always in the top 5 in recruiting. So that means
I'm
you never
talking
miss
about
out.
strictly offensive linemen, dog. Strictly offensive linemen. That's
We
the only
get
thing.
4 and 5 star offensive linemen, bro.
I'm not worried about Trey McNutt going to Oregon. He was the top DB in the whole state of Ohio, like ranked number top 25 or something, the top safety. I'm not worried about him going to no Oregon. I'm not worried about them position groups. I'm worried about the trenches. The trenches. You don't let somebody come into your state and take your best trench players. You don't do that.
If they don't want to be here, they're leaving.
Of course.
I know, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. Saying you don't let them, so it's not like they letting them. It's just these players don't want to go to Ohio State, and everybody don't love Ohio State.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Get offered the opportunity. Anybody, just me. I might not like Ohio State. You give me the opportunity to go play at the Ohio State University. You know the chances of you, for one, being seen. You know all that comes with it. So, it just comes down
But what
to
if you don't like Ohio State and you got Michigan and Alabama and Florida? You're not going to Ohio State. You're going to Notre Dame or wherever, whatnot. You don't like Ohio State. Your dad liked Michigan. There's so many anti-Ohio State families here in Columbus and in Ohio. There's a lot of people who don't like Ohio State.
Right.
And you're going to miss out on them big offensive linemen. That's why we get them big offensive linemen from Texas and Florida and all of that. We don't miss out. We always going to bring in a 4 or 5 star offensive lineman. So we're not missing out.
We haven't been, and we ain't been bringing in enough. That's why our numbers is depleted now.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Well, I mean, we've been going for 2 hours.
Right. We
Hey.
didn't. Hey, we didn't did it up tonight.
Been going crazy.
Look, buddy, look. I had to take my phone and put it on the charger and hold it in my hand.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. When I start seeing Rob take his glasses off and rub his face and scratch his head, I know it's time to wrap it up.
Bedtime. Past his bedtime.
Oh,
I know y'all gotta be up super
Oh,
early.
Oh man.
all the
About to
homies
tune
go
in.
watch this video and be like, "Oh man, they got no what passes."
Hey, but look, this what people don't understand. This what people don't understand. If you got a job or something, like throw this thing in your headphones and knock out 2 hours just listening to the homies and
That's
get
it.
2 hours gone just that quick.
You
Like
gonna
it's
get
so
used to
much use for this stuff. Like,
Facts.
dude, like
Facts.
dog. If
You'll
you
be
have that type of job where you can do that and you got 2 hours that's gone, you're like, damn, 2 hours gone. Listen to these dudes.
Work. Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
tune in at work on Sundays.
Yeah,
'cause
man. Yeah. Just like when I be doing my, like I was out doing my volleyball, I would never be able to do it with basketball, but I'm out doing my volleyball, and look, I got an earphone in my ear, and got the TV down there just to get viewership or whatever or whatnot. But dog, just passing time, listening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But wrap it up, Rob, because I know you sleepy, because I'm sleepy. And you get sleepy before I get sleepy.
For sure. For sure. Hey, well, we be back on tomorrow, my man. Double Up Sports 10 Mossberg gonna have the NFL thing going down tomorrow.
Yes,
He'll let
sir.
us know what time he gonna go on.
Hey, if you want to go,
yeah,
if you
we'll
want to
be
go
back on
early,
Thursday.
I'm cool for early. I'll be in the studio tomorrow, so I know I can't go in late.
Whatever early time fits y'all is cool because I get off around. I should be off tomorrow around like 1. So I just get it deep, jump into a few notes, and I'm ready. I just send
All right,
everything.
put it in. Let us know, bro.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll
Yes,
probably
sir.
jump in on my
WCP.
phone instead of because I'm
Okay.
yeah. All right, y'all. Well, I appreciate y'all jumping on, man. We had a good show tonight. A lot of content, a lot
Always.
of discussion.
Hey, hold
Oh,
up, hold
yeah.
up, hold up. Moss, say that smooth, say that
Hey.
smooth criminal stuff, bro.
Go ahead.
Hold
Go
up.
ahead.
You
Oh
gotta say that
man,
smooth.
just make sure, man, y'all tune in. WTP Sports Dudes. We gonna have Ask Somebody Else coming soon. The Zen Master Zaya with the FanDuel Goodies Parlay Post
Go.
show coming. And I'm Level Up Sports 10 Mossberg. Holla at us, like and subscribe.
Throw up
We
that dub. Them
Hey.
dub boys.
Yes,
Them
sir.
dub sports boys in the building. 1D.